Hey, how are you today? It's me, your girl Viv. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Hey, Miss Cruiser, how are you today, dear? Honey, I'm here today to talk about these VA home loans and give some folks some information on how to use them. I'm gonna get started in a few seconds. I'm just trying to do this other little stuff. I'm at church today. We're getting some work done here. So I'm at the church house. I said I'm gonna come to the church. I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna wait while they do the work, and I'm gonna take care of this at the same time. About 5 more minutes, because when I go live, I'm gonna let me. I guess I need to share it out, shouldn't I? See, they don't realize that it's a lot when it's going on when you got to do these home loans. But people ask and they think that you can do them two or three at a time, buy two or three houses. I keep telling folks that ain't how it works. Not how it works at all. Mm. Hey, Sheed, how you doing, darling? Today I'm gonna be talking about home loans. I'm here at the church. I'm up in here praising God by myself, y'all. That's what I do. Well, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Today, we're gonna talk about VA home loans. And I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and folks can go back and they can replay what they don't get, what they miss. I'm Vivian Jennings. I'm a United States Army veteran. I served during from 19. I went in actually in high school, so it was like 87. So from April of 87, my actual date is April 87 to 1992, April 92. So I did 8 years, roughly 8 years. 95, 87 to 95. Ooh, Jesus. 5 closings, 3 for buying and 2 for selling. It is a process, but people don't realize how much of a process it is. And they don't understand that as a veteran, we have options that other people don't have. Even veterans with bad credit have options that other people don't have. So like I said, I was a veteran. I am a veteran. I'm 100% disabled veteran. I also volunteer at my church. I volunteered in my community. I did 8 years in the Army. I have been through vocational rehabilitation through the military. So another process I'm going to talk about later on is vocational rehabilitation, because that's another program that veterans qualify for. And a lot of people don't realize that they qualify for it, because if you're 30%, yeah, I was 30% and I qualified, and they sent me to school to get a whole degree. That's how I got my teaching degree, through vocational rehabilitation for the military. And while I was there, they paid my stipend and they paid for all of the equipment. But today we're not talking about that. We're going to talk about VA home loans. Okay, so as a as a veteran, first though, people don't realize while they're in the military, they can use their VA home loan while they're actually in the military. Because both my ex-husband and I were in the military when we purchased our first home. Yeah, we were in the military when we purchased our first home. And then I've since, thank you, Miss Cruiser, for sharing my video out. Thank you, dear. I've since actually purchased a home by myself. Well, I've actually purchased 2 homes by myself. So the first one we purchased together, and then I purchased 2 homes by myself. So I'm going to explain to you guys what the VA home loan is. All right. I'm going to share screen. Windows. Now, I have put description down in the box. I have put the description down in the box as to what the VA home loan looks like. Let me do this because let me do it this way. Screen God is sharing your screen. Okay, which screen is it sharing? It should be sharing this one. This one. Whatever. How is it doing it? Let me see. StreamYard is sharing your screen. All right. I don't know which sharing. Let me see. Stop sharing for right now. That's what it is. Okay, share. Here it goes. Share screen. And I need to go to Windows. I'll see what it is. That's what it is. Okay. Windows. That's it. This one. Share. All right. Can you guys see that? Do you guys see that screen? It just keep going whatever it wants to go to. All right. You guys see that screen? Let me see if I can see. Did you share it? Okay. You guys give me a second. I need to go to my other device and I need to make sure that I can see what you guys see. And it's like everybody and their mother is emailing me at one time and text. All right. Emailing me at one time and text. Let me turn this one down. All right. You guys can see my screen. Okay. There you go. All right, there it is. That's what I needed to do. All right, so if you guys look, if you guys take a look at the website that I'm utilizing is from the va.gov housing / housing dash assistance. So you guys, it's down in my description box. So I put it all down in the description box. So you can go and see the information yourself. And I encourage anybody who needs a VA home loan to go to this website and utilize the information for yourself. All right, so basically, VA housing assistance, it helps the veterans and the service members and their surviving spouses to buy a house. All right, so that's what we need to do. We need to be home owners. And it's a great way to help those of us who are in the military or were in the military to become homeowners. You can also use your VA home assistance loans to refinance your current loan. So a lot of people don't understand that or don't know that. So, all right, so this is what I need you to look at. There are several different types of VA. Hey, Beach. Hey, Reasoning. How are you, darlings? All right, so I need you guys to look at this. There are several types of VA home loans. I'm going to go through this stuff briefly with you, but I want you to go back and I need you to utilize this information and look at it for yourself. All right. So I've told you what a VA home loan is good for. It's good to help you with housing assistance. It helps you get a better rate on your loans and deals and things of that nature. So let's do it this way. Y'all, if y'all hear banging in the background, that's my brother back there. He banging on the floors. He trying to put a floor in at the church. All right. So about a VA home loan. All right. So let me tell you guys about the types of VA home loans. Because there's several different types. Y'all, give me 1 second. Yeah, I had to close the doors to kind of buffer some of the sound because he out there. I mean, he started drilling and cut. All right, so you got several different types. It's usually two main different types of VA home loans. You got the VA backed veterans home loans, and you got the bank. Well, all the VA home loans are all the veteran affairs home loans are veterans backed. But they're different types. Is one that's backed by the VA where you can go and get the money directly from the VA. And then it's another one where the money comes from when you go to a bank, a conventional bank or credit union, you get the money from them. And when you get the money from them, then you pay them back. All right, so if you look at this screen right here, it tells you that nearly 90% of VA-backed loans are made with no down payment. Nearly 90% are made with no down payment, y'all. That's a good thing. Now, listen at this. People don't realize this. You still got to have credit. I told you guys that. You still got to have the required credit. You got to have income. They don't guarantee the whole loan amount. They only guarantee part of the loan amount. With the VA Direct and VA Back Veterans Home Loan, the VA Direct Home Loan, that's the one where the VA gives you the money. The VA Backed Home Loans are the ones, again, where you go to the bank and use them. Hey, Miss Liberia Rose, how are you, darling? All right, so you can use these home loans to buy, build, improve, or refinance your house, as I told you before. But again, you still got to have credit. Your credit score got to, you got to have the credit and you got to have income because they're going to know, can you pay the money back? All right. So again, I told you it's the VA Direct and the VA Back. And I'm going to tell you how these loan types work. Because you got two loan types. Okay. How the VA direct home loan works. The VA serves as your mortgage lender. The VA serves as your mortgage lender. You'll work directly with the VA to help you apply for your home loans. Now, this is the issue with the VA direct. Guess who only people get the VA direct? If you're a Native American. If you're a Native American, then they'll work with you. Hey, Just One, how are you, darling? So that's what they'll do. They only work. So that's the only VA direct home loan. If you're a Native American and you're going to buy some land on, it has to be a Native American, like a reservation, Native American land, and then it has to be the tribal council has to be able to work with the VA and things of that nature. It's a whole lot of little different nuances, but what most of us are familiar with are the VA back home loans. So basically, what they're saying is they'll stand behind you and guarantee a portion of the loan you get from a private lender. So for instance, they not going to pay for your whole loan, y'all. If it's only a portion of the loan, okay? See now, and the reason why I say that is because, and the reason why the VA loan helps is because you're able to actually get more of a better deal, because now they're like looking at you like if this person defaults on a loan, the bank is saying if the person defaults on a loan, they won't lose everything. They'll only lose a portion of what they loaned you. So now the thing is, the VA had their own standards when making VA back home loans, and it's actually just a little bit harder, but you get better rates and things of that nature. So, and they might have you meet additional standards. Like for instance, if you are refinancing your house has to be you can't have any back bills. You can't owe anybody, all of that stuff got to be taken care of before they actually will work with you. So you got the purchase loan where you buying a house, the Native American direct loan, that's the one where they go and that's the Native American folks or a veteran married to a Native American. And that's where you can build or improve a home on federal trust land. Then you had an interest rate reduction refinance loan. That'll help you, get you more stable. And then you got the cash out refinance loan, where you take money out of your house for home equity. So you got those are 4 different types of loans. You guys know there's eligibilities for everything. Eligibilities for everything. And you guys, like I said, I'm at church, so I'm doing this at church, so it's moving slow. All right, so eligibility requirements for VA home loan programs. Each home loan program is different. To find out if you are eligible, you need to get a certificate of eligibility. You'll see where it says COE, Certificate of Eligibility. Learn about VA loan eligibility requirements for VA direct or VA back loan. Find out how to apply for a certificate of eligibility to show your lender that you qualify based on your service history and duty status. Keep in mind that for a VA back home loan, you'll also need to meet your lender's credit and income loan requirements to receive financing. Okay. All right, service requirements for veterans and service members on active duty. Because remember, I told you, you can be on active duty and use your VA home loan. All right, so if you serve between, I don't think I'm going to talk to anybody that served between 1940 and 47 during World War II. Let me see. Most people, I'm going to say, came in about the time I came in, between June 27th, 1950, and January, wait a minute, that's 1955. Let me go back up, 64, 61, 75, 75, 81. All right, so let's just say you served between May 8th, 1975 and September 7th, 1980. That's that post-Vietnam War era, or 75 through 81, and you served as an officer. Now look, you had to serve 181 continuous days or less than 181 continuous days if you were discharged with a service-connected disability. Okay? Let me see. All right, so I was in during this time, around between September 80. Okay, so would you say he's old, 1981? Okay, so September 8th, 1980, and August 1, 1990, or October 81 and August 1, 1990, you served as an officer. You had to be in for 24 months or the full period, at least 181 days, for which you were called to active duty. 58 now old, Miss Cruiser? That's not old. I don't want to be old. No, I'm just messing with you. All right, so also I served during the time of what they call a Gulf War. I was in during what they call that Persian Gulf War, because I actually remember the day that they announced it. And I called my pastor crying, talking about they sending me to the war. But between August 2nd, 1990 and the present, you have to have served 24 continuous months. That's 2 years or 90 days, which you were called or ordered to active duty. That's people that's reservists. Or 90 days if you were discharged for hardship, reduction in force, or convenience of the government. Okay. Y'all, when I was in, they did a stop loss during the Gulf War. And then all of a sudden, they had so many people on active duty. Then they had to do what they call a reduction in force. And they let a lot of us go for convenience of the military, of the government. Okay. Or you can have served less than 90 days if you were discharged for a service-connected disability. So the most important thing about all of this information, the most important thing, okay, so before I go to that, you may be eligible, still eligible, even if you don't qualify for any of them reasons. You may still be eligible to get a CEO if you were discharged for one of the reasons listed below: hardship, convenience to the government, early out, reduction in force, certain medical conditions, or service-connected disability. Okay? Now, you could also get, you also need to figure out, because if you receive one of these two discharges, you may not be eligible for VA benefits, but you can still try to qualify. You could upgrade your discharge or learn about the VA character of discharge review process. All right, that's for people that had other than honorable bad conduct or dishonorable discharges. And you may be able to get a certificate of eligibility if you're the surviving spouse of a veteran or the spouse of a veteran who's missing in action or being held as a POW. So I'm not going to go through this long list, but I am going to go through this one because this list right here is the one that a lot of people don't understand. Can I use a certificate of eligibility I used before? You may be able to restore an entitlement you used in the past to buy another home with a VA direct or VA backed loan if you meet at least one of the requirements. You've sold the home you bought with the prior loan or have paid that loan in full. So you cannot buy more than one house at a time with a VA back home loan. You can't. It's just not happening. So if anybody ever tell you, oh, I bought 4 houses at the same time. I own 4 houses and I bought them all and I own them all at the same time and they all got VA back loans. No, they didn't. You know, they had to buy one, pay that one off, buy another one, pay that one off, because you can't use the same VA loan on more than one house. You're a qualified veteran, okay, and you transfer the loan. You got to have a qualified veteran to transfer that loan to or substitute their entitlement for the same amount of your entitlement that you used originally. So, for instance, if I'm a veteran and I ask reasoning is key to, hey, reasoning, I got this house I want to sell. Use your VA loan to take over this VA loan, but it has to be for the same amount. All right. So either way, it's transferred, and my name is no longer on that house, and my VA loan information is no longer on that house. Or you've repaid your prior loan in full. So, hey, how are you, Joyce? How are you? So you have to have paid your prior loan in full. You cannot have more than one house on a VA loan in your name. Sorry if I make, if that makes sense. You can't have 2 VA guaranteed loans at the same time. All right, so now you guys know that every state has their own VA regional loan center. Okay, every state has their own VA regional loan center. For anybody who wants to make a phone call, the VA Regional Loan Center is 877-827-3702. Thank you, Joyce. I appreciate that. Again, I need you guys to make sure you can call them Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys, whenever you call in the VA, call them at the beginning of the day. Start at like 7:30. It's going to tell you that nobody's there to answer the phone call, or they might have you on hold. But start real early. And I would say call on like Tuesday or Thursday. Don't call on like Friday or Monday, because for some reason, Friday and Monday is always crowded and they'll have you on there forever. So if you have any questions about your eligibility for a VA home loan, please call your VA Regional Loan Center at 877-827-3702, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Also, I'm going to give you guys another number. This number is the number if you need to check out about your VA disability, about your VA educational information. You can call these people at this number and tell them if you need to change your banking information. The number is 877-827-1000. 877-827-1000. Y'all, you call that number, you can find out just about anything you want to find out from the VA. Now, I'm going to tell you, the VA wants you to succeed. They really do. Because they give you, if you look at this website, they give you a video about the cost of home ownership. They want you to check out Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. They give you a whole kit, like the PDF home loan kits. And they tell you about the guaranteed benefits. So I'm telling y'all, the VA really is not playing when it comes to this. They really want you to win. They really want us to win. Now, I'm going to tell you, I want you guys to look at the form. Because I want you guys to see the form that you have to fill out. It's called a VA Form 26-1880. Hey, Cassandra, how are you, darling? How are you? Okay, so if you look, come on, stop playing. There you go. Okay, so if you guys look, this is the form, and it's a PDF that you can fill in. It'll allow you to type in your information. It'll allow you to fill it in and print it out. When it print out, it'll have all your information on it. So that's a good thing. So this is the form that you need to fill out and mail in to get your certificate of eligibility. And I want you guys to look at it and see. They ask you about your active duty service dates. They ask you about your if you were in the National Guards. They ask you if you're a Purple Heart recipient. They ask you if you're currently on active duty. They want to know where you were discharged from. They want to know your VA claim number. That's for people that are veterans. Look, you guys see this? Previous VA loans. If you had a previous VA loan, guess what? You got to fill this stuff out. So they give you instructions for the VA Form 26-1880. So you get all the instructions. Again, you fill it out. They ask you about previous loans. If you got previous VA loans, you got to fill out items 10 through 14. You got HUD disclosures that they ask you about. And then they give you a list of if you live, where you need to mail it to. So Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Tennessee, it goes to Georgia, Decatur, Georgia. Connecticut, Delaware, Indiana, Maine, Massachusetts, Michigan, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, and Vermont, it goes to Cleveland, Ohio. Alaska, Colorado, Idaho, Montana, Oregon, Utah, Washington, Wyoming. It goes to Denver. Hawaii, Guam, American Samoa, Commonwealth of the Northern Mariners. It goes to Honolulu in Hawaii. Then Arizona, California, New Mexico, Nevada. It goes to Phoenix, Arizona. District of Columbia, Kentucky, Maryland, Virginia, and West Virginia. It goes to Roanoke, Virginia. That's for all my DMV folks. Hooty hoo. And I don't understand how they got Kentucky and Maryland. Well, I mean, Kentucky and West. Well, I know how they did West Virginia, but Kentucky, okay. Illinois, Iowa, Kansas, Minnesota, Missouri, Nebraska, North Dakota, South Dakota, Wisconsin, St. Paul, Alabama, Florida, Mississippi, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands goes to Florida. So that's where you're going to mail them to. So you guys see your regional areas for these home loan forms. So, I mean, it's a one sheet that you have to fill out, but make sure you have your DD 214 when you're filling it out so that you can have your information. And y'all, this look a lot different than the form I filled out, but it's a lot of information. So I just tell you to be cognizant of making sure that you have your information that you need when you go and get ready. Let me see. Which one of these am I on? So, you guys, I really want you guys to win. I want us all to win. I want us all to make sure that we have our VA home loans and get our VA home loans together. Leave this page. Go back to the eligibility requirements page. So, I mean, you guys, it's a lot of information. It really is. It really is a lot of information that they want, that you guys can get. Also, I'm going to tell you guys this. If you have not gone to va.gov and you're a veteran, I need you to go here. Let's see. And I need you to sign up for this site, va.gov. I need you guys to go and sign up for this site if you are a veteran or you're a spouse of a veteran. And you guys, believe it or not, anything you want to know about the VA, you will find it here. Anything. If you need to find out more information or help to get signed in, you can call my VA 411 at 800-698-2411. They'll help you sign into this and verify your identity and things of that nature. And there are different levels that you can get. It's like a basic level. They're going to give you basic information. But if you get a premier account, the premier account is the best one to have because you can download forms, you can upload forms, you can give them information, you can file additional claims, you can add people to your, it's best if you were able to do that. So I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going back to my regular screen real quick. There. So I want you guys to know that the VA is always here to help us veterans, but we got to know how to use the system. The system will help us, but we got to be able to work the system. And when I say work the system, I don't mean get over whatever, but we have to be able to utilize our, we need to be able to advocate for ourselves and make sure that we get everything that we are entitled to. Everything that you're entitled to. I ask that you make sure that you go and you look and research this stuff for yourself. Anything you need, any questions about, any questions that you have, uh, any information that you need, you can give me a call. You can email me at yespicturelady@gmail.com, and I will assist you in any and every way that I can to ensure that you get the best service that you need from the VA. If you, again, yespicturelady at gmail.com. If you email me, if you email me any questions that you have, I will definitely get you that information. And you will definitely be able to find out, whatever it is you need to know. Whatever you need to know. Y'all listen. I'm still learning this StreamYard thing. So y'all pray for your girl. Pray for your girl. So I'm just saying, these are some of the things that um we're entitled to them. We're entitled to these to certain a lot of things. You're right, Miss Cruiser. There is money on the flow. Miss Cruiser is correct. And see there, Cassandra, you are right. There are many VA veterans out there that they think they're just lost veterans. They really do. And I'm going to tell you the other thing is, if you know of a veteran that is a homeless veteran, the VA has housing that they will put them in. Most major cities have a housing where they, when I lived in Washington, D.C., they had a house, they had a whole like apartment building. And in that apartment building, they gave those homeless veterans food, because that's where I went to my clinic. I went to my clinic. My primary care doctor was in that clinic, was in that building. They had computers there. They had people there to train them, to help them uh, get like social service stuff like food stamps and things of that nature. They had people there trained to help them with resumes and job finding skills. They had like 4 computer rooms in this building where they were helping these veterans. I'm telling y'all, if y'all know of any homeless veteran, tell them to get in contact with a veteran rep in their city, because there's places where they can put them. They actually have houses, free housing for them. So I'm going to tell you guys, there's plenty, like Miss Cruiser said again, there is money on the floor. There is money on the floor, but it is up to us to advocate for ourselves, because nobody's going to tell you. That's why I do the Veterans Lounge. Nobody is going to tell you. Now, I'm going to tell you, don't be one of the people that decide I'm just going to go and take advantage of the VA and make it bad and hard for everybody. But there is money on the floor for those who need it. There are services for those who need it. There are things for those who need it. So I'm just going to tell you guys, make sure, please, 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 sir, please, ma'am, go and visit your local VA. Go to those websites that I gave you And please, 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 sir, please, ma'am, utilize those services that the VA has for you. They are there. If you served your country, they are there for you. So, again, www.va.gov. That is where you want to go and start all of the paperwork. Anything you need to know, they have the information there. And if you were a veteran, you can qualify, sign in. I'm telling you, you can do just about anything you need to do behind your computer. If you have any questions, I don't have my DD 214 alumni shirt. I don't have one. I'm going to tell you a secret. Oh, they have them on the Walmart website. I might have to go in there and check it out and see about getting one. I definitely will do that. I'm going to tell you guys this also. If you don't know where your DD 214 is or you don't have a copy of it, go to the website, order it. Once you get your DD 214, if you're anything like me, sometimes I get a little bit scatterbrained. But what I did is I took a copy to my veterans rep office here in town, my veterans representative. I also took a copy and put one in the I'm in a small town, so what they'll do is, I put one on record downtown. So I was looking for my DD 214 the other day because I was doing some work and I was trying to, fill out some paperwork. I had to give a copy of my DD 214 and I couldn't find it. I went right on over to my veterans rep office and got a copy. Boom. Boom. Because at certain times it gets a little shaky, and if you can't get a copy of your DD 214, your veterans rep will also help you get it. So I'm just going to tell y'all that. And Miss Cruiser, as soon as I get off here, I'm going to check out that website, that Walmart website, to get my DD 214 alum shirt, because I want to have my shirt. Reasoning. Go get my shirt. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But yeah. So if anybody has any questions for me, please feel free to email me again, yespicturelady@gmail.com. I got an email today, and I'm praying that this young brother email me back again, and we can reconnect, and I can give him some more information. And those of you who have talked to me, you guys know I'm real accessible, and I'm always here to help. Oh, so that's true. My dad needed his at the time he went to the local VA club. See there? So anybody who know Cassandra, reasoning, you guys, anybody know, they know I'm real accessible. If you need me, I'm always here for the veteran. Always here for the veteran. I'm here for the veteran spouse because I take this thing seriously. I am here to tell you, I take this thing seriously. I am always here for the veteran. Let me see if I can do this. I wonder if this will work. Let me see if this will work. If anybody dare to touch it. Now, I don't have one of them screen things. I need to get one of those, don't I? To put up. They come down as a, like you could touch the StreamYard. I don't know. I'm asking. Anybody? Oh, it did. So my thing is, if anybody have any questions, anybody want to chop it up, anybody have any conversation they want to have, I'm here. You right. I need an overlay, don't I? I do. I need an overlay. Reasoning. That's what we need to work on, an overlay. All I gotta do is hit stop cam, right? Or no. I don't know. Anyway, so you guys, I thank y'all for coming to rock with me. It's been, well, heck, I still got about 8 minutes. Let me tell y'all about what's going on today. So today I'm at church. Y'all hear noise in the background. That's my brother. I love him to life and back. He's in there doing some work in our bathroom. So we can come back to church next Sunday. I miss church. So I'll be glad to come back. But if anybody want to hit the StreamYard, y'all can. If you have any questions, if you want to come up and ask any questions while we're here, you can. And if we don't have any questions, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I really and truly do. I appreciate y'all for coming to visit me. And you guys, I'm gonna have some more information for you guys. I am in the process of gathering all the different websites so I can get them in one space. That way you don't have to be all over looking for all over the world trying to figure out what's what, where, why, and how. All right, you guys. Wait a minute. Hi, Miss Cruiser.
Hello,
Can you
hello,
hear me?
hello. Yeah, can you hear me?
Hi. I'm glad you. I can. I'm glad you hit the link.
I have been trying to catch one of your veterans lives, and when you said last night you was gonna do one, I said I am going to stalk YouTube. I'm going to keep my app open in YouTube. I'm going to catch her today, and I call finally, finally.
I am
Yeah, I want
glad.
to encourage
I am
anybody
glad.
that is a vet. Please get your benefits. Don't let me get more benefits than you do. I didn't even serve. I'm just a spouse of the military, but please, there's so many. It is so many benefits to veterans, whether you retired or whether you just did 4 years or 8 years. If you got out on what is it? Good. What is it called? Getting out.
Honorable discharge.
If you got an honorable discharge, there's so many things. Just like, let me give you an example. If you got kids who like sneakers, or if you yourself got sneakers, when I go into one of these major Foot Locker or one of these major sneaker stores, it's automatically 25% off. All you have to do is to give them when you your the date that you left the military, and they put all that stuff in, and once they put it in once, they ain't never got to put it in again. Every time you go in there, it's automatically in there. I mean, it's just rental cars. I rent a car from Hertz that usually costs about $400. I can rent it for like $179 for a week. So it's so many, plug those things in. You go through Burger King, ask them. Y'all give military discount. Zaxby gives 25%, 15%, and it's so much, and I'm learning, and I keep
Lowe's,
listening. Like
Home
that's why I was
Depot.
coming this live, so I can listen to see if there's anything else. Because see, come this October, I would have been married to this joker for 30 years. I was dating him since the Persian Gulf. So even though I'm a spouse, I've been connected to this for so long, and have 3 kids. So just get what is yours. You serve, get what's yours.
And you are right. Every time, and okay, so especially if you are in a military town near a military base, I am very close to Augusta. Every time I go to Augusta, I take my mom shopping because my mom likes to buy pretty clothes. We go in the store and my mom pulls out her credit card and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna hold on, don't swipe that card yet. Do you take military discount?"
Mm-hmm.
I always ask. Do you give military discount? And if they say yes, I'd be like, here's my ID card. Thank you very much.
Exactly, exactly. A lot of places like Rack Room Shoes. I don't know whether that's everywhere, but they give on Tuesday. See, I be knowing the days and everything. On Tuesday, they give percentage off, and Shoe Carnival and all these places. But yeah, when you said near a military base, I thought
Oh,
you were gonna say you like to go in there and shop at the military PX. I don't go to the PX no more, but every time I'm near a military base, I'm going straight into Class Six,
okay.
straight into Class
I'm
Six
gonna
to get
tell
that cheap
you,
liquor.
Kohl's, down in Augusta, like for instance, my cousin and I, we went to Kohl's. She was um buying some stuff for her dad's mom passed, so her grandma passed, and she was like, "Oh, I gotta buy dad a shirt." So she found a shirt tie set, and she found some books for her grandson, and she goes, "Okay, here's this credit card." I said, "Girl, what you doing?" She said, "What are you talking about, cousin?" I said, "Girl, you spent 20 years in the Navy and you don't ask for your discount?"
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Are you crazy?" And guess what? It was Military Monday. They gave her, I think she ended up paying, getting 50% off of that stuff. I was like, mm-hmm.
Yep.
I had to
Hotels,
side eye.
traveling. Yep. Cruising.
So
Cruises have a discount for military folk. They don't
I
give it
love
to
my
us spouses. They
military.
only give it to the active.
And depending upon your disability rating, you can still catch hops. You can still catch military hops.
Now, Allegiant Airlines, which I like to fly, and a lot of people be picking on Allegiant, but one thing about Allegiant, they ain't stopping nowhere. All their flights go straight through. It's a good airline. But if you're military, whether you're a military spouse, active, whether you just spent 2 years in and got out, it don't matter. As long as you can prove that you're military, your bags fly free. You don't pay zero, nothing for flying. And most airlines, even Delta and American Airlines, they charging you to put those bags up on the under the plane. But if you're military, you fly Allegiant, your bags fly completely free. So it's just so many things. It's a
Oh,
website that you can go
look, you should
to
see me
see all of these
writing
discounts.
that down. Look, you should see me. I'm sitting right here down, writing it down. Do you know
Mm-hmm.
what the website? We can
I,
drop it in the
I'm
stream.
gonna email it to you because I'm working and I don't have it up. I'm trying to remember exactly what it is off the top of my head, but there is a website where you can go and it gives a breakdown of all the discounts. It breaks it down by hotels, rental cars, so it breaks it down in categories. So you won't have to be looking through the whole website for everything. So like let's say if you're gonna take a flight, you go to this website and see what airlines offer discounts or what they offer. Or if you going to a restaurant and you want to know, you go to that portion of it. So I'll email that to you as soon as I find it. I'm surprised I don't know it right off the top of my head because I use it often.
Well, that'll work. I have a friend that's an officer. Well, that was an officer, and I'm surprised he haven't sent me the list for the year yet. He usually gets these lists. I mean, it's like 20 pages of just websites where it
Mm-hmm.
has all the discounts on it. And I mean, it's like a spreadsheet. I don't know who goes through and does this spreadsheet every year, but I'm surprised I haven't gotten it this year. I'm gonna, as soon as we get off of here, I'm gonna text him and I'm gonna say, hey, welcome to the spreadsheet.
And do you know
The
that
free discount
dependent and
spreadsheet.
spouses use these benefits more than actual people who serve? Like my spouse, he retired as a chief warrant officer. He don't never use anything, and I'm like, you the one who served. You did Persian Gulf. You went to Iraq. You was in Iraq freedom. He was in Bosnia and just different places over the past. He went in at age 17 back in 1981. So it's like you need to use your benefits. You spent the majority of your adult life and some of your childhood seem like when you go in at 17 in the military. You should, he used the VA loans for the houses and things like that. And he sometimes used the VA hospitals. But of course he used the healthcare because he's retired. But other little things, like when I was just talking about the sneakers and the hotels and the rental cars and stuff, he don't use any of that. I'm like, hey, don't let me outdo you using your benefits, because I'm gonna use them, But
I am going to utilize those benefits as much as possible. I'm going to tell you, I like nice stuff, but I like it at a frugal price. I'm frugal. Not
exactly,
cheap, I'm frugal.
exactly, and you can get. I always tell people when I do my travel videos, I travel to some of the best places. I stay in some of the best vacation homes or hotels or whatever. I just don't pay full price. You can afford to do it. And yeah, so I'm like you. I want to get the best for my dollar. I want to I want the best and pay the least, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Exactly. And not only do I want the best, but I want the most.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm gonna hop down. I'm glad that I finally caught you on one, and hopefully there's so much. There's just so much for it. Now they got it where if you're at 80% disability and you got what is it, unemployability, which a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people think that means you can't work, but you can work. They just have rated you at 100, even though they're paying you at 80. You can go into you can get your commissary privileges and things back. My sister
Right.
just got
They don't
hers.
realize it. They don't realize that it is so, because that's what I am. I'm actually at the 100%. Although I'm not 100. I'm rated at
Mhm.
100%.
Right. The
And I have
unemployability.
my
I think it's
right. I have unemployability. I have my commissary privileges. I have my
mhm.
basic privileges. I have a card to get on for the warden. That if the gate is closed, I just swipe my card and go on in.
Mhm.
Um, I use all the military hotels at times, like depending upon where we're going. I might use a hotel on post.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I had to tell my sister about that because she thought that because she didn't retire, because she's the one that served. I'm running around with my card, getting in everywhere on the base and everything. Got a little sticker on my car for a couple of bases. And I'm like, why you not they rated you at unemployability. You need to start using that. Go
Tell
OT.
her
You need to pay
she
it for
need
your
to
to go.
tell her
Because
she
she
need
can
to
get her
go see
card.
her. Listen, tell her she need to go see her veterans rep officer there in town, because she can get state stuff too.
Oh,
She can get state benefits, because I don't pay any property tax for my car. I got 2 cars.
mhm.
My tags are free.
Okay. So I'm gonna have to tell her about that too. She can get because
You
she's
get what
paying.
I'm saying?
Okay. So what about for your home? Was she property tax on your
Okay,
home
okay.
too?
So for my house, I don't pay. Okay, so in each state is different, and
Okay.
where it is in South Carolina, like for instance, in South Carolina, I pay property tax on 5 acres and an acre of the acre of that my house. I don't have to pay for 5 acres or the acre that my house sit on, if that makes
Okay.
sense. I have 7 acres, so I only have to pay for the extra house and the acre and a half that it sits on.
Gotcha. So it's almost like with the senior citizens, they pay a portion.
Right. So
Yeah.
so
Okay.
for instance, so that's only taxes I have to pay. And I don't have to pay any taxes on my car.
Okay.
I
Yeah, I'm
don't
gonna have
pay
to
for
make sure.
tax. So,
I'm gonna have to make sure
and
she's doing that.
tell her that like state parks, because each state has different benefits. So for instance, state parks, I get here in South Carolina, you don't have to pay for certain state parks, and you get free fishing license, free hunting license. I sure did. I got a lifetime free hunt and fishing license, so I don't never have to register to get a hunting or fishing license.
Okay.
If I want to go out in the woods and start shooting, as long as I'm shooting at the right time and shooting at the right animal, I'm good. The police won't be at my house knocking. So yeah, those are the type of
Okay.
things.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to have her checking into it
For
because I know
everybody that
I'm
came in,
right across the border in North Carolina, and our laws are pretty similar.
so I tell you, go. even if you look on your website, on the VA website, that website, it'll, like if you hit your state, it'll tell you what's going on in your state. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Because each state is different. So yeah, because like I'm at the South Carolina Georgia border. I'm like, this how close we are. That's how close I am to Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
And people tell me, oh man, I didn't realize I could get this. Like, you better check and see, because they got more benefits in Georgia than we got in South Carolina.
Well, what I'm meaning is, I know all states have different laws and stuff, but South Carolina and North Carolina have very similar. Because I'm
Right.
from North Carolina, born and raised, but I've been going to South Carolina. My parents were born and raised in South Carolina. My grandparents, that's where they passed, and that's where they lived. And South Carolina is a little bit stricter than North Carolina, just slightly, but it's about the same.
Right.
The Carolinas.
But that's what I tell people. See what's available in your state, because your state might have actual more stuff than my state.
Yeah.
Um, I tell
But I'm gonna hop
anybody.
down because I was on break. I'm going back to work, but I'm still listening.
Okay, so thank you, Miss Cruiser. So, but I would tell anybody, please, sir, please, ma'am, check them benefits out. They are there for you. If you were military, if you were a spouse that was military, please check them out. And this is the other thing. Remember, just because you get an honorable, didn't get an honor charge, there's ways to get around that too. All right, you guys. So listen, as my mom always say, live, love, and laugh. And as my daddy always say, Lord, make me a blessing so I can be a blessing. I pray that was a blessing to somebody, each and every one of you. And for those of you who didn't catch it from the beginning, please go back and check out the replay, because I did give some good information in reference to VA housing. And Ms. Cruiser came up and gave some great information too. Your pleasure. Before I go, Purple Love, hello, dear. Thank you for coming to join me. Your pleasure. Thank you, my darling. Thank you so much for coming to join me. Cassandra, Reasoning, This Beach is Better. Joyce, 59 Beauty. And I thank everybody. And thank you, Ms. Cruiser, for joining me on the panel today. I appreciate each and every one of you. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you. I do pray that you guys utilize it. Take advantage of this. Y'all got it. We got it, vets. All right. I'm going to tell y'all like I used to say, ooh, Army strong. All right, y'all. I'm out. Peace.